Hi, this is Strata, and today we're going to be preparing ribs, grilled corn, and new potatoes on the Blackstone. This will be a little bit of a challenge because it's going to take up more space and time, but we got this. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to prep and rinse the ribs. You're going to pat them dry with thick paper towels, and then we're going to apply a dry rub. Now this is a recipe that I like to use. It changes a little every time, but this is the basic recipe and it tastes delicious. Now because my grill is small, those ribs are longer than my grill is wide. So I'm going to cut them in 4 pieces and we're going to sear these ribs 2 at a time on the grill. They're going to get wrapped in foil, then they're going to cook for about an hour at 300 to 350 degrees. Now for this meal, this is more of a challenge because you need a lot more space. I had to clear the entire counter off in my RV just to lay those ribs out and get those done. I absolutely love cooking outside because you just never know what the grill is gonna do. But these are all seared. This one may be a little bit too much, but it'll be good. Searing is something you got to do fast and you got to stay on top of. But it's so rewarding, and to just lock in that juice. It's also fun to watch those flames. One of my favorite things about living in an RV is cooking outside. I'm not a professional cook. I just have been cooking for my family for quite a number of years, self-taught, and even on the griddle, this is the first time I've had a griddle, and I'm learning as I go, and I'm absolutely loving it. As far as the grill, I'm using that a lot now as my oven because the oven in the RV is so tiny that you can't put anything larger in there. You can't put a chicken in there. But grilling, I love it. I love the fast pace. I get myself into a zone, cooking, cleaning, whatever I'm doing. But if that pace is fast, I find that the most exhilarating and satisfying of all. So these ribs look like they're ready to come off the grill. So we're going to go ahead and start getting them wrapped. Wrap it nice and tight. You want to make sure that juices are not going to escape. Now we're going to have this in about a 300 to 350 degree grill. So you're going to need to keep it closed. But about every 15 minutes you want to rotate these so that you don't end up with some on the bottom that are overcooked and the top that are undercooked. So just rotate them a few times. So while we've been waiting on the ribs, I prepared some potatoes. They have olive oil, parsley, and a little salt and pepper. And we're going to cook these slowly. So on a lower heat setting. So that should be good for the olive oil. And time it so they should get done just a little before the ribs are done. We're also doing corn. Now, I soaked these corn husks in water for 30 minutes already. And the reason we do this is we're going to grill these in the husks. So by having them nice and wet, they won't burn up before the corn is cooked. And I put together a nice street corn butter. It has a stick of butter, some cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of lime juice, and a teaspoon of the street taco truck seasoning by McCormick. I've used it in a few recipes and I really like it so far, so might be a good idea to keep that one on hand. So we're just brushing the butter sauce on there, and once we got that coated, we're just going to lift the corn husk right back up in place and go on and do the next one. Repeat the same process until you're all done. Once that's done, we're going to put those out on the grill. They should cook for about 15 to 25 minutes, just depending on the temperature of the grill. You want to keep turning them so that they cook evenly. Now these will go on the grill as soon as the ribs are done. And while these are cooking, we're going to let the ribs rest in the foil packets. And if we've timed everything correctly, the potatoes should be just about done, and those can just be set aside in a covered bowl to keep warm until we serve. The corn is absolutely delicious, and if you want, you can use some of the extra butter at the table. Open up all the foil packs and go ahead and cut those ribs. You'll notice how nice and juicy they are, and perfect timing to serve them nice and hot. I added just a little bit of hot and spicy barbecue sauce to the top of mine, and it just looks amazing. This is Strata with RV Beautifully. Thanks for watching.